Hello everyone, today I will show you about regular verb. Okay, I have 5 content. 1. What is regular verbs? And 2. Regular verbs list. 3. Forms of regular verbs. Root form, present tense, past tense, present participle, and 5. Past participle. 4. Rules of regular verb. 5. How to pronounce. Okay, what is a regular verb? A regular verb is any verb whose conjugation follows the typical pattern or one of the typical patterns of the language to which it belongs. In English, the usual rule is to add ed or d to the base form of the verb to create the past forms. 2. Regular verbs list. They form of verb 1, simple past, or verb 2, past participle, or verb 3. Accept. Change to accepted. Accepted. Okay. Archived. Archived. Add. Edit. Added. Admire. Admired. Admired. Admit. Admitted. Admitted. Adopt. Adopted. Adopted. Advise. To advised. Advised. Agree. Agreed. Agreed. Allow. To allowed. Allowed. Announce. To announce. Announced. Appreciate. Appreciated. Appreciated. Approve. Approved. Approved. Accuse. Accused. Accused. Arrive. 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 Ask. Change to asked. Asked. Exist. Existed. Existed. Attack. Attacked. Attacked. Beg. To begged. Begged. Beg. To begged. Begged. Cooled. Cooled. Clap. Clapped. Clapped. Clean. Cleaned. Cleaned. Collect. To collected. Collected. Compare. Compare. Compared. Complain. Complained. Complained. Confessed. 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 Construct. Constructed. Constructed. Control. Controlled. Controlled. Copy. Copied. Copied. Count. Counted. Counted. Create. Created. Created. Bride. 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 Cycle. Cycle. Cycled. Dimate. 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 Dance. Dant. Dant. Deliver. Delivered. Delivered. Destroy. Destroyed. Destroyed. Divine. Divined. Divined. Earned. Employed. 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 Incorrect. 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 Enjoy. Enjoy. Enjoyed. establish, established, established, estimate, estimated, estimated, exercise, exercised, exercised, expand, expanded, expanded, explain, explained, explained, fry, fry, fried, gather, gather, gathered, greet, greeted, greeted, guest, 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 harass, harassed, harassed, hate, hated, hated, have, helped, helped, hope, hoped, hoped, identify, identified, identified, interrupt, interrupted, interrupted, introduce, introduced, introduced, irritate, irritated, irritated, joke, joked, joked, jump, jumped, jumped, kick, kicked, kicked, kill, killed, killed, kiss, kissed, kissed, laugh, laughed, laughed, lie, lied, lied, like, liked, liked, listen, listened, listened, love, loved, loved, marry, married, married, measure, measure, measured, move, moved, moved, murder, murdered, murdered, need, needed, needed, obey, obeyed, obeyed, offend, offended, offended, offer, offered, offered, opened, 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 paint, painted, painted, park, parked, parked, phone, phoned, phoned, peak, picked, picked, play, played, played, braid, 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 print, printed, printed, pull, pulled, pulled, punch, punt, punch, punish, punished, punished, purchase, purchased, purchased, push, pushed, pushed, question, questioned, questioned, wreck, waxed, wrecked, relax, relaxed, relaxed, remember, remembered, remembered, reply, replied, replied, retire, retire, retired, return, returned, returned, wrap, wrapped, wrapped, scold, scolded, and scolded, select, selected, selected, smoke, smoked, smoked, snore, snored, snored, stare, stared, stared, start, started, started, study, studied, studied, talk, talked, talked, sank, sank, sank. Travel, traveled, traveled. Trouble, trouble, troubled. Type, type, tied. Use, used, used. Visit, visited, visited. Wait, waited, waited. Walk, walked, walked. Want, wanted, wanted. Want, want, want. Wink, winked, winked. Worry, worried, worried. Yell, yell, yelled. All regular verbs use the following forms to conjugate all verb tense. 1. Root form. 2. Present tense. 3. Past tense. 4. Present tense participle. 5. Past participle. 1. Root form. The root form of the verb is its most basic form with no to in front of it and no s, ed or ing on the end. You will need to use the root form of the verb to form the simple future tense, some of the present tense, and with modals should, play, could, play. ... For example, I will play. He will play. You will play. She could play. We will play. It will play. They might play. This example is root form. No s, no s, no ed, no ed, and no ed, no ed, no ed, or no ing also. This is root form. Okay, let's go to present tense. Use the root form of the verb for first person singular. I and plural we, second person you, and third person plural they. In the present tense, add s to the third person singular. He, she, and it. Example: I run. I run. You run. We run. They run. And I run, this is first person singular, and you second person, and we plural, and they third person plural. No add s or ed. Okay, he runs, she runs, it runs. This is third person singular. We add s on the end. We add on the end to third person singular. He, she, it. He runs, she runs, it runs. 3. Past tense. Add ed to form the past tense. For example, I phoned with you. I phoned with you. You opened the doors. You opened the doors. We obeyed the rules. They kissed me. They kissed me. He talked with his friends. He talked with his friends. She picked up my phone. She picked up my phone. It moved to over there. It moved to over there. Okay, for past tense we add ed on the verb. Okay, let's start to for past participle. Add ed to form the past participle. For example, I have played. You have played. We have played. They have played. He has played. She has played. It has played. Okay, this is we add ed to. We add ed on the end. 5. Present participle. Add ing to make the present add ing to make the present participle. For example, I am laughing. I am laughing. You are hating me. You are hating me. We are explaining to kid. We are explaining to kid. They are playing tennis. They are playing tennis. He is jumping into the river. He is jumping into the river. She is kissing me. She is kissing me. It is joking. It is joking. Only D is added. For example, អញ្ចឹងមានន័យថាទីមួយនេះបើសិនជាកិរិយាសព្ទណាដែលវាបញ្ចប់ដោយអក្សរ e ឬក៏បញ្ចប់ដោយស្រៈមួយដែលជាអក្សរ e គឺយើងបន្ថែមត្រឹមតែ d បានហើយឧទាហរណ៍ share to shared scare to scared dare to dare អញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនឃើញទេសម្រាប់ពាក្យនៅក្នុងឧទាហរណ៍របស់យើងគឺយើងថែមត្រឹមតែអក្សរ d ទេដោយសារតែយើងពាក្យកិរិយាសព្ទដើមរបស់យើងគឺបញ្ចប់ដោយអក្សរ e ជាបញ្ចប់ដោយស្រៈបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងថែមត្រឹមតែ d បាទអញ្ចឹងយើងមើលទៅឧទាហរណ៍ទី2របៀបនៃប្រើប្រាស់របៀបទី2 to if the verb ends with a consonant ed is added ចាំមានន័យថាតម្រងទី2នេះបើសិនជាកិរិយាសព្ទណាដែលវាបញ្ចប់ដោយស្រៈមួយបញ្ចប់ដោយស្រៈបញ្ចប់ដោយព្យញ្ជនៈមួយគឺយើងបន្ថែម ed ឧទាហរណ៍ពាក្យ want change to wanted បាទអញ្ចឹងវាបញ្ចប់ដោយព្យញ្ជនៈ t គឺយើងថែម ed shoutedបាទយើងពាក្យ sound នេះបញ្ចប់ដោយ t ដូចគ្នាគឺមានន័យថាវាជាព្យញ្ជនៈអញ្ចឹងយើងបន្ថែម ed kill to killed អញ្ចឹងពាក្យ kill នេះគឺវាបញ្ចប់ដោយអក្សរ l អញ្ចឹងវាជាព្យញ្ជនៈអញ្ចឹងយើងថែម ed ដូចគ្នា 3. If the verb ends in y, we turn the y into an I and add ed ជាមានន័យថាការប្រើប្រាស់ទី3នេះគឺចំពោះកិរិយាសព្ទណាដែលវាបញ្ចប់ដោយ y គឺយើងបដូរ y ទៅជាអក្សរ I ហើយយើងថែម ed example ឧទាហរណ៍ពាក្យ cry change to cried អញ្ចឹងវាបដូរ y ណាវាបដូរ y ទៅជា ied បដូរ y ទៅជា ied ពាក្យទី2គឺ marry អញ្ចឹង marry នេះ change y គឺមានន័យថាវាបដូរ y ទៅជា ied អញ្ចឹង marry to married ពាក្យទី3 reply អញ្ចឹង reply វាបញ្ចប់ដោយអក្សរ y ចុះវា change y មានន័យថា change y ឬក៏ turn y to I អញ្ចឹង reply to replied អញ្ចឹងដូរ y ទៅជា ied ហើយចុះយើងមើលការប្រើប្រាស់ទី4 if a one syllable verb ends in consonant vowel consonant with the final consonant however if the verb end in W, H or Y, we don't double the consonant. ចឹងការប្រើប្រាស់ទម្រង់ទី4នេះបើសិនជាពាក្យកិរិយាសព្ទរបស់យើងកិរិយាសព្ទដើមរបស់យើងវាបញ្ចប់ដោយស្រៈមួយឬក៏ព្យញ្ជនៈមួយស្រៈបូកនឹងព្យញ្ជនៈនេះស្រៈបូកនឹងព្យញ្ជនៈមួយគឺយើងត្រូវតែថែមព្យញ្ជនៈនៅខាងចុងវា2ប៉ុន្តែចំពោះកិរិយាសព្ទណាដែលវាបញ្ចប់ដោយ W អក្សរ X ឬក៏អក្សរ Y គឺយើងអត់ត្រូវបាច់បន្ថែមព្យញ្ជនៈនៅខាងចុងទេគឺអត់អាច double វាបានទេពាក្យណាដែលបញ្ចប់ដោយ W ហើយនឹង X ឬក៏ Y នេះយើងមិនអាច double វាបានទេព្រោះនេះគឺជាច្បាប់ទូទៅរបស់វាបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងមើល example stand stand to stand 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 អញ្ចឹង n យើងមើលពាក្យសំដៅពាក្យ stand នេះគឺខាងមុខវាមានស្រៈបូកជាមួយនឹងព្យញ្ជនៈស្រៈបូកជាមួយនឹងព្យញ្ជនៈអក្សរ U និង N អញ្ចឹងស្រៈបូកនឹងព្យញ្ជនៈយើងនេះ double ព្យញ្ជនៈមានន័យថាយើង double n ហើយយើង add ed នៅខាងចុងវាពាក្យមួយទៀតគឺពាក្យ drum drum to drummed 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 អញ្ចឹងពាក្យ drum នេះដូចគ្នាគឺវាបញ្ចប់ដោយស្រៈបូកនឹងព្យញ្ជនៈស្រៈបូកនឹងព្យញ្ជនៈគឺយើង double consonant នេះ double consonant ហើយយើង add ed នៅខាងចុង school 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 to schooled 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 អញ្ចឹងពាក្យ school នេះយើងមើលការប្រើប្រាស់របស់វាគឺយើងគេបានប្រាប់យើងឲ្យថាពាក្យណាដែលបញ្ចប់ដោយពាក្យ W X ហើយនឹង Y អញ្ចឹង X ហើយនឹង Y ឬX Y W គឺយើងមិនអាច double consonant បានទេអញ្ចឹងពាក្យ school នេះគឺវាបញ្ចប់ដោយ E W អញ្ចឹងពាក្យនេះបញ្ចប់ដោយ W យើងមិនអាច double W បានទេអញ្ចឹងមិនអាច double consonant W បានទេគឺយើងទុកវាដដែលគឺយើងគ្រាន់តែ add ed អញ្ចឹង school មក schooled ពាក្យមួយទៀតគឺ box box to boxed boxed អញ្ចឹងពាក្យ box គឺយើងបញ្ចប់ដោយអក្សរ X នេះបញ្ចប់ដោយអក្សរ X we don't double the consonant អញ្ចឹង box to boxed boxed អញ្ចឹងមិនអាច double the consonant X នេះបានទេគឺយើងទុកវាដដែលគឺគ្រាន់តែថែម ed ពាក្យមួយទៀតគឺពាក្យ stay 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 to stay stayed stayed បាទអញ្ចឹងអក្សរ Y ក៏ដូចគ្នាយើងមិនអាច double the consonant បានទេអញ្ចឹងយើងទុកវាពាក្យ stay ដដែលគ្រាន់តែ add ed ពាក្យមួយទៀតគឺ allow allow change to allowed 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 អញ្ចឹងពាក្យ allow នេះបញ្ចប់ដោយអក្សរ W មានន័យថា consonant បញ្ចប់ដោយ consonant we don't double the consonant អញ្ចឹង W គឺមិនអាច double វាមួយទៀតបានទេគឺយើងដាក់ត្រឹមតែ allow ហើយថែម ed ចុះសង្ឃឹមថាបងប្អូនយល់នៅក្នុងការប្រើប្រាស់ regular verb ហើយនឹងដូចជាការថែម ed ថែម d អីនេះ consonant vowel consonant we double the final consonant if the last syllable isn't stressed then we don't double the final consonant អូខេយើងមើលឧទាហរណ៍ refer refer to referred referred input inputted input inputted awaken awaken to awakened awakened shower shower to showered showered 5. How to pronounce. There are 3 ways to pronounce ed depending on the last letter of the verb. There are 3 ways to pronounce ed depending on the last letter of the verb. បានចឹងយើងមាន3វិធីនៅក្នុងការបញ្ចេញសំឡេង ed គឺអាស្រ័យទៅលើពាក្យដែលនៅចុងបញ្ចប់នៃកិរិយាសព្ទរបស់យើងចឹងយើងមើលយើងមានបញ្ចេញសំឡេង ហើយនឹង it ហើយនឹង the បាទអញ្ចឹងការបញ្ចេញសំឡេง verbs ending with in k verb ending in f k s h c h double s x w we pronounce th but for example white 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 fixed 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 picked, kicked, kissed, kissed. Verbs ending in D or T. We pronounce it, it. For example, needed, needed, wanted, wanted. Verbs ending with all other letters. We pronounce the. For example, listened, listened, played, played. យើងមានពាក្យជាច្រើនទៀតក្នុងការបញ្ចេញសំឡេង But thank you for your attention អរគុណសម្រាប់ការទស្សនា English fluently. Okay, let's start today. Table of contents. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 2, 5, Limiting beliefs about learning English. Chapter 3, Your mindset. Chapter 4, Goals. Chapter 5, Reevaluate how you are learning English. Chapter 6, Language as a tool, not a giant. Chapter 7, Improve your speaking. Chapter 8, Improve your listening. Chapter 9, Improve your reading. Chapter 10, Improve your writing. Chapter 11, Immerse yourself in English. Chapter 12, Acquiring English fluency. Chapter 13, Learning English fluently will change your life. Chapter 14, Take action today. One last thing. Okay, chapter 1, Introduction. Have you been learning English for a long time but still struggle to understand native English speaker? Have you been taking English classes for a year but do you not see much progress in your English speaking ability? Do you get nervous and make mistakes when you have to speak English with other people? Do you get confused and overwhelmed when listening to people talk in English? This book was designed to teach you how to make specific goals related to your English learning. Tips to improve your speaking, listening, reading, and writing skill in English. What resources are available to help you learn English in your own time? It is frustrating to be studying English and not see results. You deserve to learn why you may not be seeing results and what you can do to see your English language skill improve. There are so many classes, teacher books, and websites that try to give you advice that is the best way to learn English. In this book, you will learn that only you know the best way you learn. In this book, I will provide you with many different ideas, tips, and resources that you will find helpful and will be able to use and try the right way. Why do you want to speak English fluent? Each person has a different reason as to why they want to speak English fluently or proficiently. Some many want to better job and other way want to travel or make new friends. No matter what your reason for learning to speak English is, you need to commit to learning English. There is no magic formula or metric to make your learn English in a day. You need to set a goal and stick to how you plan to improve your English language skill. Since each person has different goals, some of the methods in the book will not work for you while over there or other well. The most important thing is that you try. Not that you try once in a while to improve your English, but that you commit to 10, 15, or 30 minutes a day to improving your English. This book is very practical and highly actionable. You will find many links and ideas within that will help you find a way that helps you improve your English. My goal is to help you speak better English by giving you different tips, tricks, resources, and ideas. Okay, I skip it. Chapter 2. 5 limiting beliefs about learning English. Many people have beliefs that limit their language learning. It hinders their learning because they think they can't learn English because of the belief or thought that they keep telling themselves over and over again. Below you will read about 5 common limiting beliefs that students that are learning or want to learn English have. Many people say, 1. I'm too old to learn English. You are never too old to learn something new. It's not true that there is an age limit for learning a new language. It may, however, be more difficult as time goes on, but you are up for a challenge, right? Instead of making up excuses of what you are learning, keep track of what you know or have learned. You could try to learn one new word a day, write a paragraph a day, or spend 10 minutes. Focusing on English. If you take small steps to learning English, you will learn. Make a list of words you know or just learned. Don't get stuck on what you don't know. The more positive you are about your English and English language acquisition, the better it will stick in your mind. 2. I can speak English proficiently without traveling. This is not true. I have met a lot, like thousands, of people that speak proficient English and they have never traveled to any English-speaking country. They speak and understand English. You too can learn English without jetting off to New York, Sydney, or London. Instead of focusing on what you can't do right now, focus on what you can. You can learn English where you live. If you have access to a computer and are determined, there are plenty of free resources, websites and classes on the internet that can help teach you English. 3. I have no one to speak English with. That's okay. You can learn to speak English no matter where you live in the world, as long as you have access to a computer. It doesn't matter if you live in a remote village in the mountain of India or in the jungle in the middle of South America. You can find all other English learners just like you online that want to learn English and would love to practice speaking with you. Many people are in the same situation as you are. There are many language exchange and language learning websites that will connect you to someone that wants to practice English or that wants to learn your native English. With the advance in technology, you can literally learn to speak English without even leaving your home. 4. I can remember all of English grammar rules. No one. Okay, sorry. I can zoom it to begin. We continue it. 4. I can remember all of the English grammar rules. No one can remember all the grammar rules. Learning a new language is not about learning rules. It is about learning words that allow you to communicate with other people. Your grammar does not need to be perfect or even near perfect to be understood and start communicating native English speaker. Do not know all or often time a lot of grammar rules and make many grammar mistakes. They don't care. I assume that since you are reading this book, you want to learn to speak English fluently. Focus on speaking and listening, not on being the English grammar police. Let's pretend your grammar isn't great, but you try speaking anyway. You could say, I yesterday banana ate. And I ask a native speaker may say back to you, oh, you mean you ate a banana yesterday? At that point, if you were paying attention, you would have heard what you were trying to say, stated correctly, and could rephrase or re-say what you heard. Yeah, I ate a banana yesterday. Just like that, you were able to communicate with someone while making grammar mistake and learn the correct way to say something without studying a grammar book or rules about past tense. You can strictly to improve your English grammar by practicing speaking. Stop wasting your time memorizing verb, tense, and grammar rules. This will not help you become a better English speaker. It instead will make you insecure about speaking because you are thinking about rules instead of thinking about taking and communicating with a new person. 5. I'm afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are good. No. Excellent. The more mistakes you make, the faster and more you will learn. Everyone makes mistakes all the time. You should try not to get hung up or feeling bad about making mistakes. In my class, I had two very difficult students. One never said anything, and if I forced her to speak, she would look really nervous and whisper her answer. She was obviously terrified that something bad could happen from her mistakes. Other student that was in same classroom talks a lot, something too much. His English was far from perfect, but he kept trying. He made a lot of mistakes, but every day kept trying his best and approached learning English as a positive and fun thing. He liked that he could communicate and talk to more people. The difference between these two students is that one was terrified of making mistakes and the other did his best. By trying your best and focusing on learning more, you will learn English. If you focus on the negative, like telling yourself that you don't know how to say something, or that people will laugh at you if you pronounce something wrong, you are hindering or stopping your learning. Going forward, stop making excuses and telling yourself that you can't learn English. Learning to speak English is something that is totally possible and realistic. You just need to approach your language English in a positive manner and stop your negative thoughts. Chapter 3. Your mindset. Did you know that your thoughts directly influence how successfully you learn English? That is your mindset. Mindset is the attitude or disposition that you have towards something. Negative mindset and fear. Imagine that you are trying to learn English. Every time you go to English class, you don't participate because you think you can't learn. Every time someone says something to you in English, you say, I don't understand. Every time you think about learning English, you get nervous or excess and think negative thought like this is too hard or I will never learn to speak English fluent. Many English language learners have this exact problem. They have so many negative thoughts about learning English that they shut themselves up for failure. When you have a negative mindset or are afraid to do something, you make up constant excuses of why you can't or won't do something. You start to convince yourself that your excuses are true. If you are fearful, you have unpleasant feeling and feel stressed or like you are in danger. When you have a negative mindset or are fearful of something, you can have some physical symptoms as well. You will try to avoid going to class, doing your homework, or participating. You may get headache or stomach ache before or when you have to learn English. You may also feel nervous or anxious about specific things. When I was learning my second language is in a classroom, I would physically get a stomach ache and I try to disappear. It never worked. When I knew I was going to be my turn to speak or answer a question, I wanted to avoid being there all together, but I had no opinion or option since it was a required course. If you continue to have a negative mindset, you will probably not learn to speak English fluently. If you continue to be negative and fearful, you will continue to fail and you will not see many advance in your English language acquisition. Don't let your negative feelings determine what you do in life. Think about what you need to do in English. Do a presentation, write a paper, make a phone call, have a conversation with your professor, go to a job interview. This don't seem like such scary tests today. Ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? Why am I fearful? What is making me scared? Most likely that the worst thing that could happen. If you do one of these tests you are get confused and not understand, you could make mistake or error, or you could forget what you are supposed to say. Once you identify what is making you nervous or feel negative about the English, you can start to solve your problem. If you make a mistake, the worst thing that could happen is that you get laughed at. However, repeat yourself or lose point on your assignment. No one will hurt you or belittle you if you make a mistake when speaking English. Next time you find yourself feeling negative about learning English or doing something in English, ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? This should have you work through your fear and negative mindset. Positive mindset. Being optimistic and looking at the positive side of things can improve your chance of learning English fluently. Positive thinking can help you learn to speak English faster. When you are positive or excited about something, you feel good. This is how you should feel when you are learning and studying English. Okay, we move to this page. 4 steps to helping you keep a positive mindset. 1. Small successes. Instead of focusing on the big picture of learning to speak English fluently, focus on small, attainable, mini habits or goals. If you are able to focus on one thing at a time, you will feel more successful and will be able to accomplish more. For example, you could focus on English how to say 5 phrases about what you did yesterday. This way, when you memorize 5 phrases, you will feel accomplished, like you actually did something versus trying to learn all the past tense verbs at the same time. Don't focus on what you can't do or haven't done. Stay positive and focus on what you have learned. 2. Do your best. Always do your best. Try not to compare your English or your language speaking skill to other people. This is hard, but if you focus on doing your best and speaking as much English as you can, you will learn faster. If you focus on others, you will have trouble focusing on your goals. You will always be comparing your English to someone else, which is not very productive. It's okay to make mistakes, but know that you did the best you could. If you think that you can't do it or that it is too hard, it will be more difficult to acquire your goals. 3. Try your hardest. Trying your hardest will help you learn English quicker. It is not always easy to try your hardest. Sometimes you are tired or have other things on your mind, but you need to focus on what you are doing in the moment. By focusing on one thing at a time and giving it 100%, you will feel better and see your result quicker. "10 minutes of English speaking a day." You need to stop everything else for those 10 minutes. Turn off your phone, find a quiet place without distractions, and try your hardest for 10 minutes to focus on improving your English listening skills. If you let things distract you, you will not be able to concentrate and try your hardest to learn. If you cannot try your hardest because you are distracted, you will not see the result you want to see. 4. Be positive. Being positive is easier for some people than for others. Smile, sing positive thoughts. Think how it will feel to speak fluent English. Think about meeting and acquiring your English learning goals. The more positive your outlook and thoughts are about learning and practicing English, the better you will feel. Chapter 4. Goals. It is estimated that more than 2 billion people are trying to learn English worldwide, and you are one of them. The problem is that most will not succeed to become fluent in English because they do not set goals. You want to be successful, right? Saying you want to speak English fluent is not good enough. This is a very broad statement. When you say something like, "I want to learn English," it is very hard to measure if you are successful or not. In order to learn English fluent and successfully, you need to set specific goals related to your language English. Think about what your end goal is. Do you want to travel to the United States or UK? Do you want to get a job where you speak English every day? Do you want to pass the IELTS TOEIC or TOEFL exam? Do you want to make English speaking friends? Before you set a goal, you need to decide on one final goal that you would like to acquire. Example rules. Learn English is so can I get a job at a hotel. Travel around the United States for 1 month. Pass the IELTS exam the first time I take it. Now, these goals are okay, but they need to be more specific. By creating a SMA or T goal, you will be able to create a specific goal that, in turn, will give you 2 steps you need to acquire it. SM or RT goal stand for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific goals have you answer who, what, where, when, and why. Who will meet the goal? What is your goal? What do you need to do to meet the goal? When will you meet your goal by? Where, how will you meet this goal? What resource do you need? Why is this an important goal? Which action will you take to meet the goal? It is important to set a date to know when you need to complete your goal by. This will help you create a plan or timeline. Measurable goals are concrete and specific. You will be able to measure your action and know if you successfully met your goal. Attainable goals will be something that you can physically or mentally do within the time retains. It should be a goal that is acquirable. Relevant goals have you evaluate if they are specific to what you want to acquire. Time-bound goals have an end or finish date. You will know if you meet your goal by the specific date that you set. Example of SMA or T goals related to English learning. Example 1. I will listen to 15 minutes of English podcast every day from January 1st to March 31st. I will keep track each day of how many minutes I listened to in my phone's calendar. Example 2. I will attend English conversation group at my university every week for 3 months. I will talk to 3 different people at each conversation group. I will keep track of that I attend and who I talk to in my English notebook. Example 3. I will read 1 book in English every week for a year. I will take notes on new words or concepts I learned in my notebook. I will also write down the title of each book. Example 4. I will do a language exchange for 2 hours each week for 6 months. I will teach the person my language for 1 hour and they will teach me theirs for 1 hour. I will record that I learned in a document on my computer. Example 5. I will learn one new word in English every day for a month. I will make a list of the new words I learned and their meaning in a notebook. Best way to improve your English and become a proficient or fluent speaker is by speaking. Memorizing grammar and verb tense will not help you become a fluent in English quickly. Knowing a lot of English grammar will help you speak better or more correct English, but it won't increase your fluency. If you have been studying English for a long time but can't speak or have trouble understanding native English speakers, then you need to think about how you are learning. Are you learning English is best way for you? Most people start learning a language in school or at a language institute or class. Many times, people do not see the progress they would like to see and become disappointed and think that they can't learn English. This is not true. The old-fashioned way of studying a textbook and doing grammar exercise does not work for everyone. Actually, very few people learn to speak a language successfully with this model. It can get confusing because no matter whom you talk to or where you look on the internet, there are different ways to learn English. Some programs guarantee proficiency or fluency, whereas others are topic specific and will help you improve one skill area. No one can decide what is best for you, especially someone that doesn't even know you. You must decide which course of study will make the greatest impact on your life. In order to learn English, you need to know how you learn best. Ask yourself the following question. Do I like to go to a class, have a tutor online, or do self-guided learning? Do I learn best from audio, videos, or reading? What do I need to be able to do in English? Speak to native speakers, pass an exam, get a job, etc. How much time do I have to learn English each day, week, month? Do I have the time or financial means to travel or live abroad in an English speaking country? Learning a new language can be difficult, but remember you can do it. Everyone learns differently, but I can tell you that you learn to speak a language well at least once in your life. That's your native language. When you were a baby and a young child learning to speak your native language, be it Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, Arabic, etc. Your mother and father did not teach you to speak by taking out book and making you study lists of words. You learn to speak your native language naturally. You learn by making mistakes. This is how everyone learns to speak. You learn by mimicking and copying copying what you hear and then saying it back again. Small children make many mistakes when they are learning to speak their first language. This is great. No one is perfect, and everyone learns from their mistakes. Maybe you have been going to English class in your city. Maybe you have been using a textbook or CDs to learn English. Whatever you have been doing, try doing something different. Try learning English in a new, different way. You may not be experiencing success because you are learning English in the wrong way for you. There is no one special way to learn a language. You need to try different methods out and find out what works best for you. Challenge yourself to learn English different.